Hi everybody, welcome to Muscoot Farm. My name is Jonathan Benjamin, and today we'll be reading Winter Sleep, a hibernation story. Stick around after, and we're going to be making something special. Here we go. When it was summer, I stayed at Granny Sylvie's house. She knows a lot of things, like the names of flowers and how to spot a deer's hoof print, and where to splash in the pond, climb a slope of green ferns, pass through oak trees with moss on one side, and find the secret glade. Butterflies fluttered even though it was late. Granny Sylvie helped me listen for songs of different birds. It was still warm. We stayed right into the summer magic of the night. And we kept so still, we saw the dormouse who lives there run up a hazel tree. When I went back to stay with Granny, it was winter. I asked her, "Can we go to the secret glade?" She said, "Yes, if you can find it." Everything was different. The pond was frozen hard. The ferns on the slope looked dead. The oak trees with moss on one side were all bony. And the glade was quiet and bare. It wasn't anything the same. No butterflies, no flowers, no birds. I wanted to see the dormouse, but Granny said the dormouse will be having a winter sleep. It was too cold to stay, and I said, "Nothing's alive in the winter." Granny Sylvie told me, "It is." "We can't see the dormouse, but she's hiding here. She'll be safely, deeply sleeping all winter long. This is her hibernation time." In autumn, she feasted on forest nuts, fruits, and insects. Then the long nights came. She felt cold, heavy, and sleepy. There was nothing more to eat. So she made a nest ball, and she's inside, secretly snoring until the spring sun warms her body again. On the way back, I asked, "Are there other animals hiding in the trees?" Granny said, "Yes, lots of bats hibernate in trees. On warm nights, they fly across the forest, chasing insects and pulling spiders from webs. But even their food rests in winter, so bats snuggle up in a hollow trunk or cave and snooze through the frosty weather." I said, "Where do all the insects go?" Granny told me, "Some are sleeping right under your feet. The ground is frozen hard, but down below there are stag beetles waiting to come out. The queen bumblebee sleeps in a tiny tunnel. Some moths and butterflies hide underground, often wrapped up, waiting for spring. Mother earwigs look after their eggs until they hatch when spring comes." We were coming to the pond, so I asked, "What about the water?" Granny said, "There's ice on top, but pond life waits below. Before it froze, frogs dived deep down into slimy mud. Now they are still and breathing so slowly they seem dead. But when the water warms in the spring, we'll hear them croaking again." I said, "So all sorts of animals are having a winter sleep?" "That's right," Granny Sylvie told me. "Some even make a special home for winter. A bear builds a den deep in the woods, perhaps in a cave, an old tree trunk, or a hidden hollow. Mommy bear slows right down and rests there with her cubs curled up tight on a bed she's made for them from soft moss, twigs, and leaves." Granny Sylvie was still telling me about the animals in winter when I was in bed. "You see," she told me, "there's plenty of life tucked up, hiding in the cold." I nodded. I could feel the cozy magic of the dark night outside. And even though it wasn't very late, I closed my eyes for a winter sleep. And that is Winter Sleep, a hibernation story. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you get out in the winter and walk around and see what you can see. Hey everybody, welcome to Muscoot Farm. Today we are going to be making, you guessed it, snow dough. So this is an awesome craft because it really only requires a couple ingredients: cornstarch, hair conditioner, or lotion I've seen, and food coloring is optional if you want to do that. So really very easy. You want to start by putting 2 cups of cornstarch in a bowl, and we've done that. And then we put about 1 cup of conditioner. You want to use something inexpensive. You don't really need to go high end with this. And so you put 1 cup in here. All right, so now we have our cup of conditioner. And I would say if you want, you can use unscented conditioner maybe, and then add an essential oil if you want. Or you can find a smell like a hair conditioner that you like, and then you can use that. So I believe this one is actually almond and shea butter. So that it smells really good. So we're gonna just start adding this in, and just know that you may, depending on how well you did your measurements, sometimes I'm off a little bit, you may have to add some more cornstarch or add some more hair conditioner. So we're gonna start mixing this together, and as you start to mix this together by hand, you should end up with a Play-Doh type consistency. So as you're mixing it, you know, you can start to maybe shape it. And again, if you feel like you need some more baking or cornstarch, definitely put that in. If you feel like you need some more conditioner, then do that. All right, so it is starting to come together in a dough-like consistency, and I'm pretty happy with this. I'm gonna keep using it to clean off my hands. If you remember the video that we made when we made oobleck, it has a feeling similar to that. Like if you let it just kind of rest, it becomes a lot easier to work with. But if you try to like squeeze it, it will kind of be tough to squeeze together. But again, if you feel like you need to add something else to it, then go ahead and do so. And then it's at this stage that you would add your food coloring if you want. So I think we'll do that now. And a little bit, I'm sure, goes a long way. So we're just going to add a few drops. And since it's kind of a wintry activity, I chose like a blue-ish color. And so we're just gonna start to knead that together until we get a little more blue. So we have started to mix it, and as it comes together, it's got this sort of like marble looking color, which is really cool. So this is our snow dough. It is a little messy, as you can tell, but it is a fun thing, and you only need 2, possibly 3 things to make it. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please let us know if you liked it and how it worked for you. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.